Yeah, guys, it's fun hanging out with y'all, man. We've been here for 24 hours, so I'm gonna have to holler at y'all, see y'all maybe next week or next month, because I spent enough time in this metaverse, okay?
Believe it already? This is the new world. This is reality. Embrace it. Love it. Enjoy it.
No, this is not reality, okay? It's not reality. This is fake. This is a virtual world. I have on goggles. You have on goggles, okay? There's no way this can be real. So I'm about to go back into reality and actually touch an object, okay? You cool with that?
No, what about this? What about this new world? This new adventure you can embark on and enjoy? You can be who you want to be in this metaverse.
All right, I'm gone.
And you can't take those goggles off, you know that, right?
So I can't take the goggles off?
No, not at all.
Are you serious? So I can't take these goggles off?
I have to pull you in the goggles, okay? So you could actually come into this new world and leave the other one alone.
You're about to pull me in the goggles? Show me that. Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out! So this is the metaverse. They in here shouting, a whole church service. You got the pastor up there. You got him shouting. You got somebody laid out. You got a little kid up there shouting. You have these women shouting. People in the stands. They just sitting there. Why they not up? Okay, why they not up? But this is the metaverse. Is this the future of church? Is this the future of church? Oh my goodness, I don't think so. But this is very interesting. They are getting it in. They are getting it in. The metaverse. If this your first time here at the Daily Thinker, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and join your boy. We so glad to have you all here, man. We talk about faith, sports, theology, and apologetics here on this channel. So, hey, if this your first time here, we're glad to have you. Let's talk about the metaverse. The metaverse. What is the metaverse? Is it dangerous? Is it ushering in the mark of the beast and demonic reign? Should we enter the virtual world? Should we put on AR and VR glasses and goggles? Should we do these things? Is it right? Is it wrong? Should we do it? Is Mark Zuckerberg the mark of the beast? Is he the Antichrist? What is going on here? Because I'm seeing a lot of videos of believers not receiving the metaverse in a positive light. And that's nothing wrong with not receiving it in a positive light. It's not something that everyone should receive in a positive light, because it's not 100% positivity, because you have the choice to choose good on the metaverse or bad on the metaverse. But what is the metaverse? The metaverse, we don't really know what the metaverse is. People are still trying to figure this thing out. But all I know, Facebook does not have a monopoly on the metaverse. Nobody has a monopoly on the metaverse. The metaverse is whatever you want it to be for you. Anybody can have their own metaverse and build their own land in the metaverse and do all of these different things in the metaverse and have their own virtual experience. So Facebook doesn't own it, but they do have billions and billions of dollars backed by the greatest minds in tech to make one of the best metaverses you can be in. So that they have. But they have no monopoly on the metaverse at all. So what the metaverse is nothing but a 3D virtual social connection world. That's all it is. It's just like Instagram. It's just like Facebook. It's just like TikTok. It's just like Twitter. You connect with people socially through glasses and goggles and all of these different things. You do that way. You put on glasses, you put on goggles, and you interact in a virtual world. That is what the metaverse is. So it's nothing new at all. We have been seeing this in games, video games for years. If you play NBA 2K, if you play Madden, you know that you can make a creative player, my player in NBA 2K and hit the rec, hit the park and play with people across the globe. Meet all type of people. That is a certain type of metaverse. It's not a virtual metaverse, but it is something like that. You're just not fully immersed in it, but you can be fully immersed on the couch and forget everything you're doing because you want to play NBA 2K. You want to play my player, my career. And that's why I don't play my career now, because you got to play VC anyway. I'm not trying to pay $50 for a player. I did it before and he wasn't successful, so I'm never going to do it again. I'm not going to do it again. 2K, fix that. Fix it. So you have that. It's nothing new. We've seen that before. Now you just have on goggles and you are actually in it. So they say, but you can be actually in it on the couch. It's the same thing in my opinion. We see this in the Unreal Engine. The Unreal Engine, if you played the game that came out, I think it was a demo play of The Matrix. This game is photorealistic. It looks really real when you're playing it. I'm like, man, is this reality or is this a video game to a certain point? But you know, at the end of the day, you're like, yeah, this is a video game, but it looks good. You have that with the Unreal Engine. So that's what we starting to see. You see apps like MetaHuman. You can make an actual avatar human that looks like a real human face and a real like human body, but it doesn't have a soul. And this thing is still virtual, but it's pretty cool for gaming and it look photorealistic. It's pretty dope. That's the metaverse. But people are saying the metaverse will usher in Web 3. Okay, Web 3. We have Web 1, Web 2. Web 1 was the static web. Okay, you can do much on Web 1. You can move a little here and there. You can send a couple of emails. You know, the computers were extremely slow, but back then they were extremely fast. And then we got pushed into Web 2. Web 2 is where all the big companies we see now grew. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Uber, Lyft, all those apps, Amazon. All of those things grew in Web 2. Web 2 changed the way that we live. We depended on our phones a lot more. And our eyes have been glued to our phones so much in this Web 2 phase. Okay, so much that we spend mindless scrolling time on our phones daily. Or we have 2 to 3 phones. That's what Web 2 ushered in. Interaction with people across the globe through YouTube, all of that was Web 2. Now, Web 3 is something that they want us to be immersed in and be in it. You can go into the internet and actually do things. And is that good? Is it healthy? Is it bad? Is it good? Should the church be involved in something like this, or should we turn our head from this and reject it as something evil? That's just something I'm thinking about. I'm wondering, I really want to know what y'all think about that. But I'm just going to weigh some pros and cons about the metaverse. Some pros and cons. Let's start off with the pros, okay? One of the pros is this thing right here can be extremely useful. It can be useful. You can use it for exercising. You can use it for entertainment. Do we need more entertainment? Probably not. But exercise, you can put these goggles on and get a good workout in on a boxing game or any other type of games that they have on there. But right now, the games are not so great on this thing, in my opinion. That's why I feel like this Oculus or VR can never, ever compete with reality. It can't even compete. It can't even compete with the PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X, in my opinion. So that won't happen. Those are one of the pros. You can exercise on it. It's opportunity to build wealth in the metaverse. You have things called NFTs. You have all of these other different things. You become a blockchain developer if you learn certain skills and certain coding skills like Python and things like that. I'm actually need to start trying to learn Python myself as one of my coding skills. But you can learn these skills and utilize them in the metaverse, like Python. You can get into NFTs in 10 times your money. It's not 100% chance that you will do that, because I have tried that and I made an investment, was a real bad investment. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So you have an opportunity to make money in this thing. And I know money's not everything. And I know somebody will say the rich won't inherit the kingdom of God. If you're watching this video, apparently you might be rich. If you live in America, most likely, and you're watching this video on an iPhone, you might be rich compared to the world. So Jesus was not just talking to Americans, talking about the wealth. Okay, he wasn't talking about wealth in just America. Wealth worldwide. We are rich compared to a number of people across the globe. Learning, it's a chance for people to learn new skills and just enjoy yourself in the VR but you have to be able to control it. You have to be able to control it. Now the cons are social skills. Social skills continue to decline because we look at our phones, and being in virtual reality, we might get this chance where if they get to a point, it feels so real. We don't know how to interact in real life. And somebody might say, hey, you know what? I don't like my life right now. I'm going to go into this VR and put on this Oculus on my face, and I'm going to make a new person, and I'll make my own world, and I'm going to be my own king, my own dominion over this world. And I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to do my thing because you know what? I like the way I look in the metaverse, and people can't really see me. And we see this with Instagram, people living lives that they're not really living. We want lives that people have, not knowing the things that they go through just because of Instagram. And that's the same thing that can happen in virtual reality. Maybe it can be worse. Maybe it can be better. We don't really know yet. We haven't been able to see it. The cost of the metaverse, it isn't cheap. Going back to NBA 2K, that's why I cannot play my career. My career, it costs money to play. It costs money to play. It costs money to play. $50 to create a player. And if that play don't turn out good, you got to try again with another $50. And the metaverse is extremely, it costs a little bit more than that. Now, if you want to play some games, play to earn with a NFT, you have to buy this NFT, and this NFT is $1,000, and you enter into this game and you play to earn, but you got to upgrade your players, so that's more money. So can the metaverse actually take over and everybody starts using it? No, because everybody don't even have the financial means to get augmented glasses and all of these other things. But I'm enjoying this hologram. It's pretty dope to see these highlights in this hologram. Everybody doesn't have that ability to do that at all. So this thing that the metaverse is going to take over, it's impossible for the metaverse to take over because everybody doesn't have access to capital to buy augmented glasses and Oculus Quest and whatever new headset that may come out, or NFTs to play games. People don't have that type of money. That's why people like me boycott NBA 2K, my career, because I ain't got time to pay $50 to play my career. I don't. Because that's too much anyway, and my play might not turn out good. Those are one of the cons. And privacy is a con in all social media platforms. As we've seen before, they will collect user data. And this is the thing about Web 2. A lot of people are saying that Web 3 can change. That Web 3 is a decentralized location. And I don't know everything about Web 3. Web 3 is a decentralized location where, no company has power, basically. Like Web 2. People have power over your information that you give them. You give Amazon your information, you have to trust them that they will do right with that information. They can either sell your information or keep your information. We've seen information be sold to China and things like that. So this is nothing new at all. Nothing new at all. And one thing I also would say is another con is harassment. Harassment is not new. People get harassed in real life, on social media, and now in virtual reality. Especially women are amongst those who get harassed the most. And I saw an article, I'm trying to link that article below, that a woman said she was harassed in the metaverse, sexually harassed in the metaverse. And I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. Cause I remember one time I went in there. Okay. I'm like, let me just check this thing out and see what it's looking like. And I just heard a whole bunch of nonsense coming in. I'm like, man, let me take these goggles off. Cause I'm not finna be sitting here playing with these folks. I'm not about to do that. So those are the pros and cons for me. Social skills, privacy, the cost of getting into the metaverse, all of those things. In the pros, it can be useful. It can be useful. People have opportunity to learn new skills, make money, explore this new thing. But as long as we don't allow it to take dominion over us. And that's why I always want to think about this scripture. Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. That God, he made all this stuff. God made all this stuff, and he said everything was good. Everything was good. But then he looked at Adam and said, you know what? It is not good for man to be alone. So even though virtual reality, I love tech, virtual reality is cool, it's awesome, all of that good stuff. Even though we have all that, we still need God's goodness, and we still need to be in community and have human interaction, because we cannot be alone at all. We cannot be alone. So what's my conclusion on the metaverse? The metaverse is a place where we can use it for good or a place that we can use it for evil. It's a neutral thing. Virtual reality is not evil, it's not demonic, it's not ushering the mark of the beast or any of those things. Only thing the metaverse is doing is giving people opportunities to make money or in giving people opportunities to enjoy gaming and entertainment in a different way, but also giving people the option to say, you know what's real is not real, and what I'm doing right now in this virtual world is real. You know what? Reality isn't what reality seems to be. So which one are we going to choose? We have to be very wise when it comes to this. Well, you don't have to be that wise because you know it's fake because it's virtual. There's no way that virtual can take over physicals because at the end of the day, you need the physical for the virtual. Only way that I will be scared of something like the metaverse is that they can be able to take me out of my physical body, that I no longer need this physical body, and they can put me in a virtual world and I can start a whole new life in a virtual world. Then I say, that's the devil.